Good morning. My today's topic is convalescent plasma therapy in COVID-19. So a bit about introduction. So convalescent, that means immune plasma, refers to plasma that is collected from individuals following resolution of the infection and development of the antibodies. So it is a passive antibody therapy. It may prevent clinical infection or blunt the clinical severity in individuals with recent pathogen exposure. So it also has a role in post-exposure prophylaxis. A bit about mechanism of action. So there is this adaptive immunity and how it deals with where convalescent plasma therapy fits in, we will see. So the host development of pathogen-specific antibodies allowing for the immune-mediated neutralization and clearance of pathogen. So that is accompanied by active infection versus vaccination. So in a patient where we are giving convalescent plasma, the seroconversion will takes about 8 to 21 days after the symptom onset. And this immunity is conferred to be for weeks to months, but the exact how many months it is there, nobody knows. So the history of convalescent plasma dates back to 1892 when it was given first for diphtheria. And after 2000s, it is always also given for SARS-CoV-1 and MERS-CoV also it is given. So there are some articles which is published about the effect of convalescent plasma in SARS-CoV-1 and MERS-2. So we will see in SARS-CoV-1, which was in 2003 in Hong Kong. So there the 80 patients were taken who were infected with SARS-CoV-1 and they were given 1 to 3 units of convalescent plasma. That is around 160 to 640 ml IV. And the primary outcome which they took was the discharge by day 22 after infusion of convalescent plasma. So the primary results were met in 33 patients out of 80 patients. And these patients, the factors which were responsible, which they understood were leading to good outcome was the recipient who received the CP within 14 days of symptom onset. So before the viremia, the increase in viremia load sets in, before that we had to give within 14 days. And the PCR positivity with seronegativity was there at the time of treatment. And the median time from symptom onset to the recipient when they had taken the plasma was 14 days. So at present, there are 3 studies. At present, in relation with COVID-19, there are 3 studies. So one study is published in JAMA and one is in CHEST. So the drawback of all these studies are they are very small studies with uncontrolled trials. There is no control arm in these studies. So in this study, they have taken 5 critically ill patients with COVID-19. So these patients had ARDS. And here the intervention, what they had given is 400 ml of convalescent plasma they have given, 200 ml 2 times they have given. With donor requirements that neutralizing antibody, that is IgM, should be more than 1 to 40. And the median time from the onset of symptom to when they received the CP was less than 20 days. So the drawback here is all these patients, all the 5 patients received other treatment also, like they received antivirals, they received methylprednisolone, and other management was also given. And so we exactly do not know if it was because of the CP or the combination of other medication which was given. And there is the median time when at what level they had given also, if it plays a role in giving CP, administration of CP, we do not know. So the results were the normalization of body temperature within 3 days, decreased SOFA score, increase in PaO2 to FiO2 within 12 days, and the viral loads were decreased. And there were no deaths in these 5 patients who were critically ill at that time. The other study, both the studies are from China. The other study is a pilot study which is taken in 19 patients. So these patients, they were just severe COVID. There was no end organ dysfunction in these patients. So again, they have taken 200 ml of CP, and the median time, the onset of symptom to giving convalescent plasma was less than 20 days. So what they noticed was, again, there was improvement in all symptoms. There was varying degrees of clearance in the CT films, and there was decreased inflammatory markers, and again no patient died in this study also. But both these studies, they receive methylprednisolone, they receive antivirals, and all other medications were given along with convalescent plasma. So other is a case study which is published in CHEST. Here they have taken just 4 patients, and these 4 patients were critically ill, and they have given administered convalescent plasma of varying uh, milliliters. They have given maximum up to 2,400 they have gone. They have not exactly mentioned based on what, but probably based on the body weight and how critically the neutralizing antibodies of the donor. And all experienced positive clinical and virological outcomes. So all the 3 studies should be interpreted cautionly given lack of control groups, the small number, and all the other treatment which were given along with convalescent plasma. So here this is a comment which is published in Lancet, which states that therefore it may be worthwhile to test the safety and efficacy of convalescent plasma transfusion in SARS-CoV-2 infected patient. So this is taken from the FDA. In India, we don't have any articles. So just from the Red Cross website, just a requirement about the donors. So they should have a proven disease, that is positive nasopharyngeal PCR or serological test for SARS-CoV-2. And there should be a recovery, complete resolution of symptoms at least 28 days prior to donation, or resolution of symptoms at least 14 days with a negative PCR. And they should be eligible to donate blood products, and the neutralizing antibody titer should be at least of 1 to 80. The dosing at present is not clear because in all these studies, varying doses are given. There is no fixed dose till now, but it may depend on the neutralizing antibody titers, the plasma infusion volume. And this is in SARS-CoV-1 study, which they had taken 5 ml per kg of plasma at a titer of 1:160. At present, COVID-19, we don't have a dosing. So the safety is, as any transfusion product, the transmission and transfusion of SARS-CoV, transmission to the healthcare workers, and transmission of other infectious pathogens should be kept in mind. Adverse reactions can be life-threatening and non-life-threatening, like a transfusion-related acute lung injury. We have to even note the associated circulatory overload, allergic anaphylactic transfusion reactions, and urticarial transfusion reactions should also be kept in mind, but they are very rare. So this is again from the FDA side. So at present, there are a lot of trials for the role of convalescent plasma as post-exposure prophylaxis in mild to moderately ill patients, as a rescue intervention, and in pediatric patients. All these trials are undergoing. At present, we are only giving in critically ill COVID-19 patients. So the stand in India at present, ICMR seeks proposal to fund plasma therapy trials at 20 government facilities, and AIMS has already given convalescent plasma. They have started. Delhi, Karnataka also, one must, they have started.